Hello everyone, and welcome to my level for the class and for my portfolio. So this level is for the game Troubleshooters. Originally it was intended to be just a multiplayer game. I reworked the concept to include an arena area, and when I discovered that wouldn't work as well as I needed it to, I've kind of reworked this into a almost campaign style level. I purchased some assets off of the Unreal Marketplace, 3 or 4 different ones, and I will put links to them when I post the level. For starters, I'll basically say that everything in this room, except the walls, was from Simple Office. And I love it. I love everything about it, and it made it a lot easier to design the office and make it look realistic and functional. I did create a second alternate path, and I'm going to try and work on that. Because I didn't have as much time as I needed and because of other circumstances, I decided to change up how I was going to do a few things and decided that to best make a good level, I wanted to focus on using the mechanics I already had. So I'm still going to try and make AI enemies, but I also created a system where this is going to have not destructible, but physics on collision, so it'll all collapse down. And then there's this pit room with these darker blocks having no collision at all, and the lighter ones being the platforms the player can jump on. The idea is that you want to use the bouncing mechanic from this to tell you what you can and can't jump on, to help with keeping the player a lot less aware of what's going on. I'm going to decrease the lighting significantly, really, so as to make it a little more difficult to traverse. Excuse me. And as you see, there's just a really long pathway. This was made to create a second pathway that required use of a different skill entirely, platforming and puzzle solving. Instead of using a more first-person shooter-oriented thing where you're having to fight a whole lot of people, I wanted to make something a little more different and unique. So with this section, you're going up. Everything has been tested to make sure it's usable. I used stairs here to break up some of the idea, and then also to make it a little easier to get to the top. And we come into this new area. Now, we're going to go ahead and head back all the way to that first room. Now, here's where you'll start. There's a reception area, and there will be no enemies in here. Once you get into here, however, enemies will be in the back half and will start to fire at you. You have lots of different things to move behind, including these whiteboards and these walls with the cubicles. Again, a lot of this came from other asset packs that I bought. The table itself here is mine, and the ventilation / lighting system is mine. And the idea here is to make it seem like a real office, but also allow the player to have a real sense of kind of a combat firefight scenario where they can kind of peek around corners and shoot and continue to do stuff like that. And they can even go around here. The reason none of this has been moved forward is I didn't see much of a use in moving it all forward, as that would provide a bit too much cover for the enemy. I may, after playtesting, decide to add more, but I'm not sure yet. And then there will be 3 doors the player can choose from. Again, this is kind of a leftover concept from when it was an arena, so that the player had more ways to move. Once in here, there will be 2. I think I'm going to make these into bathrooms. I'm not entirely sure yet, but you have kind of a little meeting space. You have like a little cafeteria with sinks and hand dryers and all kinds of stuff and trash cans. You have this little lounge area for people to sit at with a fridge. The fridge is mine. I made that. The TV. You have a big, wide open space that I haven't quite decided what I want to do with yet. I need to add something here to give the player places to hide behind and to make it a little more, to break up the movement. But I haven't quite decided what I want to do. You have this kind of like managerial office space here. I may put some kind of key in here that you have to get to use the elevator, which takes you up in here, and this will be where the level ends. I haven't decided what to put in here yet, but I will put something. Now, this is where you come out from the alternate path. You get behind all the enemies, and it makes your life a whole lot easier, and you don't really have to fight too much. There's also kind of a conference room with a projector. Where did I put the projector? Oh no, that's the ceiling fan. Huh. Must have got deleted. Oh well. It's very strange. Anyway, the main idea is just to give the player a sense that they're really in an office and to help out with facilitating the combat. Now, the reason I chose this kind of broken up pattern for all of this is Troubleshooters is a game based on the idea of you going inside kind of a digitalized world. So this is supposed to be that. It's supposed to be this kind of digital-esque thing. That's why I haven't really changed or added any materials. I wanted the surfaces to be as computer-esque as possible. So there's all that. The long hallway, the reason I didn't put more in here, again, is just because of time. I intend to get done in this last week everything I can in terms of the AI, and I'll see how much I can get done. Alright, that's about everything. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.